The following program is produced by the Tech Talk Radio Network.
This is Alice Cooper, the original Technotard, and you're listening to Tech Talk Radio.
Welcome to another episode of Tech Talk Radio. I'm Andy Taylor.
I'm Shawn DeWeerd.
And I'm Justin Lemme. Welcome.
Well, it's good to have Justin back. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God. I almost forgot how to do this.
Yeah. You can't forget how to do it.
I forgot the state of Colorado existed.
Yeah, right.
What really bothers me is we were talking pre-show here, and Justin says it's warm in Colorado. Like, how? How can it be warm in Colorado?
It's been like 60 degrees almost every single day since the beginning of December. We had one minor storm come through where the Denver metro area got maybe a half an inch of snow.
Yeah.
But the mountains got maybe like 6 or 7 inches, but it doesn't really affect us down here. I've had to actually go out and hook up my water spigot and water my plants and trees 3 times since October. Late October when we first turned off the sprinklers. I don't water the grass. The grass, you want it to stay dormant, but the trees and the plants and stuff, I water them. It's gotten so warm that we're actually having tulip buds bud out. And I'm like, no, please,
during the winter,
go back to sleep. Go back to sleep, please.
How about you, Shawn? I mean, I know that you're in Indiana, so you get like really weird weather there, don't you?
Yeah, we've already received like 60 inches of snow this year.
What?
Wow.
60?
Yeah, we had at least 18 inches of snow
Send some of that my way.
the week before Thanksgiving. We got dumped on, and then it stayed and continued to snow, and then a couple of weeks later we got another 14 inches overnight.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was the heavy, thick, wet snow, so it's like it was icy, and then it's just been icy and cold and freezing rain.
Oh.
And then 4 days ago it was 60 degrees, and then 4 hours later it was 38 degrees.
Yeah.
So,
see, we get
like
like
Tucson.
60 during the day, but then we'll get down to like 30 or 25 at night. Or
Right.
whatever, but
Andy, here's a weather term have you ever heard of?
All right.
Freezing fog.
Oh, yeah.
It gets the ground temperature is still warm enough that it creates a bunch of fog, and then the air temperature drops and it freezes, and then it freezes on the roads.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
You could have been in Las Vegas last week where it was,
Well, if you would have sent us there, Andy.
next year.
Mr. Producer.
Next year, we got to go. I mean,
Owner.
I was kind of wondering because, the CES is wrapped up. It wrapped up last week. Everybody heads home. They get to disseminate all of that info for the different ideas, different products. I was surprised because Justin and I talked about this last week. We were talking about everything's AI. Everything is going to be integrated.
That is true.
AI into technology, but we saw some things that were a little different. One of the things that it kind of made, and we've talked televisions before, but in OLED was the thing. Now it's this micro RGB technology that everybody's talking about. And I don't understand it. They just say it's brighter, more clarity with text when you're looking at text on the screen.
What did you call it again?
Micro RGB, more clarity. I don't know. Have you guys had a chance to look into this at all?
I have not heard that.
I've not seen the micro RGB thing yet.
Yeah, apparently Samsung announced a giant 130-inch television using that technology. And there's no idea on the pricing, but when they pulled one out at 115 inches last year, the price tag was $30,000.
Yeah, see, even if you look up micro RGB on the internet right now, you're going to see pictures. The pictures don't do it justice.
No.
You're not going to be able to understand the true scale of this unless you see it in person.
That's why I think, Best Buy was smart to do their Magnolia home theater so they could put the technology, because you cannot buy a television online. People will say, yeah, you can. But honestly, I think you have to go somewhere and see it. And even then, it's difficult because it's not going to be in the same environment that maybe you have it at your home. You look at Shawn. You look at having a TV in there would be different if it was in Justin's or if it was in mine. You have different color settings, a different pattern, where the room is, where it's going to fall.
That's why there's a small subset of specialists that will actually come out to your house and they will fine-tune your television to your viewing environment,
Right,
if you
right.
will. You basically meet with them. They'll say, okay, how do you normally like the lights? Let's set the lights at the right level. And then they use all these like really fine-tuned tools, I guess you could say, to just fine-tune the TV to make sure that it has the perfect picture for that particular environment. But you're also paying a lot of money for that.
Yeah. I remember when the first 100-inch television came out. Me and Jim Barry, may he rest in peace, were at CES that year when they introduced that 100-inch television. And that was one of the things. You would have to pay somebody from, I think it might have been Samsung. They would come out and they would install it. They would go ahead, and they would set it for the room, the whole bit, because they wanted you to be like a showroom for them. Because people are going to come over to your place and see this TV that you've dropped a lot of money on, and hopefully they'll end up wanting to buy one.
The same thing goes for audio. I mean, you get a nice surround sound system. You can actually pay somebody to come out and just place those speakers perfectly. And then even if they can't place the speaker perfectly, they will fine tune those speakers to where you can place them.
Right.
But it also costs a lot of money.
Isn't there, like, when it comes to audio in, like, television rooms and stuff, isn't there audio now where it can replicate the sound of a surround, like a 6 speaker type of system? Or is that just that's really not going to do it?
A little bit, I guess. I mean, yes. The answer is yes, but it's not going to be true. Like, you're never going to be able to replicate true surround sound with like a sound bar. You can get close,
right?
But you're not going to replicate it truthfully.
Yeah, you may hear left and right, but the stuff that's going on behind you is kind of cool.
Even that, even that, you can replicate stuff behind you or on the sides,
right?
But again, it's not going to be truthful to the true surround sound if you can.
Now, Shawn, you have a home theater where you're at. You've got a big screen that's to your left that we kind of see a little tail of that in the background. What kind of sound did you put in there so when you're watching a movie in this TV room, you've got, full sound?
So I have an Onkyo receiver.
Right.
I have all my devices going in, and it's a 5.1. And so I've got the sub on the floor. The center is just at the bottom of the screen. I've got 2 satellites that are to the left and the right of the screen, and I didn't put any rear in. So
right.
I just have it as a 4.1 or a 3.1 right now. So
Why did you not put rear speakers in?
Yeah.
Because I'd have to run I just never got around to running.
Why
the
not
wire
just
up.
use like Rocket Fish or something to do wireless?
Oh, there you go.
Never got around to it.
Yeah, Rocket Fish that gives you the ability to expand that. It's almost like it's like a Bluetooth connection.
Yeah, I guess in a way it uses Wi-Fi, so it's a little bit less latency. Because obviously, when you're talking about audio, you don't want any latency at all. So
yeah.
Rocket Fish uses Wi-Fi, I believe. I could be wrong for that, but yeah, Rocket Fish is a good. I used to use Rocket Fish back in San Diego, Shawn, when we had the houses back in San Diego. I used Rocket Fish for both of those setups because in the apartment and in the townhome, I didn't want to run wires. I couldn't run wires.
Right.
Yeah, I could. I mean, I literally, the wires are run. I just never put the speakers in.
Oh, no. Okay. So what you're saying is you're just lazy.
Yes.
Or you got to buy a ladder. Yeah, that's always my
You
excuse.
got a drop ceiling, don't you?
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Oh, my God. Then you have no excuse, Shawn. No excuse.
Now, Justin, you've been out for almost 5-6 weeks. It's been a while. In the meantime, you did end up buying yourself a brand new mixer for the audio version of this. And I know there are people listening that are saying, yeah, I want to start a podcast. I want to do a video cast. I want to do something you guys do. You may have looked into Riverside FM or, they might still be. There's a lot of people out there that are still using Zoom for doing, remote type of things. Okay. But you decided you needed to invest in a mixer just to bring the sound up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, the mixer was the mixer that I had was a Behringer mixer. It was starting to kind of fail.
Yeah.
Every time we would do pre-show, Andy's like, "Hey, turn up your mic," and I'm like, "I can't go any higher, Captain." I'm just like,
yeah.
The mixer was dying. So, yeah. I went ahead and I bought this. Well, actually, I didn't buy it. I got it for Christmas. It's a, what is it called? Pup G-Sys. I don't know. Pup G-S-I-S. It's a tiny little mixer. It's got 2 mic inputs. It's got a music input. It's USB controlled, so everything is going through USB right now.
Right. Even your microphone?
I plugged this mixer in, and I have a Shure microphone, like an actual true radio DJ microphone.
Yeah.
And I plugged it in,
Right.
and I'm like, I'm not hearing anything. Like, why am I not hearing anything? And then I come to find out that the Shure requires 48-volt Phantom. Like, it does. It requires
For your
some
setup,
power.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And the Behringer mixer provided that, but this one doesn't. So I had to buy another like $40 preamp. I guess, yeah, preamp. There is the word.
Yeah,
Preamp.
preamp.
Yep.
And so I bought this preamp, and I just literally hooked it up tonight because I haven't been around Tech Talk for a while, so I had needed to. But Andy was like, "Hey, we're doing Tech Talk," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, let me go hook this up."
Yeah.
So I hooked it up, and this is what you're hearing me on. So the mixer itself is just a little 4-channel mixer.
It looks like a little, honestly, it looks like a little gaming audio mixer.
It really honestly is. It's not a professional mixer that you would probably find in a true podcast or a radio DJ, but I don't need that. I mean, I'm only doing this, and I don't really use this computer pretty much for anything else except for doing Tech Talk Radio. I use my laptop for pretty much everything else. But anyway, so the mixer has the microphone input. It has music input, which is basically any sound from the computer. So if I want to listen to you guys, obviously it's coming through the computer. It has to go through the mixer. And then I have a monitor. But here's the coolest part. I got this. I got a reverb. Reverb. And I also have
All right, let's hear it.
this.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to Tech Talk Radio.
I can also do this one too.
Oh, that's the best one. That's like a Dateline episode.
Why don't you have a seat over there? I can also do this one. It's a little bit deeper than me. You know, I have a pretty deep voice as well, but
Yeah.
I think this one's better.
And then I have this one, which is a female voice.
Sounds like every AA model out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Welcome to ChatGPT. And then I
I have the robot voice, which sounds like
You just
this.
change this on the fly with like an effects bank, right? That's it? Oh boy.
Monster voice.
Yeah, you're scaring people now. Okay, there's some kids saying, "Mommy, turn off the radio."
Yeah,
the monsters on the radio. We don't
So
want
I do have a little bit of like cool features on that, but I'm probably not going to use them unless I play games and I want to troll somebody. Then I might change my voice a little bit.
You had to, oh, dude, you could do it like Twitch games or whatever. You know, you
I could do that.
Yeah, and just wear wear a hoodie. You wear like a hoodie and then do that voice. And
The next Mr. Peanut.
when I think that's the name of the show this week. The next Mr. Peanut. Oh man, don't you love technology? That came with the mixer. Justin, you're having way too much fun with this.
Having way too much fun with that.
Yeah. I know.
Oh man.
Hey, the whole setup. I mean, the mixer was like probably $50-$60,
Not
and
bad.
then the preamp was like 40.
Right.
And obviously, the credit goes to the Shure microphone. This Shure SM7B microphone is one of the best microphones ever made.
Now, Shure also has, for podcasters, if anybody's thinking of doing this, they have the MV7, which is geared at the podcaster. They have two models. One is USB and XLR. XLR is what a lot of professional mixers will, require as an input.
You're gonna get better with the XLR.
Yeah, I think you do. Although I have a fine USB. I have a couple of the USB and they don't sound bad. For somebody who doesn't want to invest $400 into a microphone. And now Shure has an SM7 that actually has the Cloud Lifter pretty much built into it. And for people who don't understand Cloud Lifter, Matt has been a while since he's been on the show, but Matt actually has a Cloud Lifter where it gives you just more bass, it gives it a little more resonance, and it pumps up the audio much better. And that's in their newest SM7. So if you're thinking about a microphone,
It's not as much as this. That pumps up the bass a lot.
we got to have you cut our commercials. Yeah, that would
right.
be great. Glad you got that set up. Shawn is still doing his build of his studio. You know, we're just trying to figure out the lighting. And then we found out that his desk is so far away from the microphone that we're going to get you a megaphone so that way we can hear you, Shawn.
Just give him a wireless mic, you know. I mean, the DJI mic. Don't you have one of those? Can't you just use that?
I probably could. I don't have it here. But
Do you actually have a DJI mic? Really?
we use them at work.
Oh, I didn't know that. So now, why would somebody use a DJI mic? All right.
Convenience,
Yeah.
Yeah.
placement.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the DJI minis now, the mic minis. So they're only like half inch, maybe just over a half inch by half inch.
Really?
And you can get them with the little windscreen on them, and they just clip on. They're, discreet enough. You can clip them right to a lapel.
Right. Let me ask you
you know-
guys: do you get upset when you're watching somebody that's doing a video cast on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and they're talking to somebody and they're holding that little lapel mic? And
Yes, that's the stupidest thing in the history of the world.
Yeah.
It's just lazy journalism. It's not even journalism. It's just lazy production.
It's
That and not taking the time to hide a wired lav mic.
yeah.
Okay, well, hold on. Okay, look, we're I don't want to get too deep into this, but
Right.
journalism's changed, bro. It's not like
yeah.
you can just.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not like you just go up to somebody and say, "Hey, I want to put this microphone on you and ask you some questions." You just got to walk up to them and put the microphone in their face and be like, "Hey, what do you think about this?"
Yeah.
So journalism's changed a little bit
A lot.
in that, but I get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't bother me as much as I think it bothers you.
It seriously bothers me because the number of because I got in trouble for doing stuff like that. if I didn't like
Somebody yelled at me, and now it's bad.
because of the level of productions that we did at Fox,
Right.
Yeah.
Fox here in Grand Rapids, Fox in San Diego, there was a standard level that we had to meet.
Yeah.
Right. And in our productions for ESPN and NBC, we have to continue to meet that level of standard because of how visible it is. Now, every local news market is different. If you go to the smallest news stations, nobody's going to care. Right. They're all just MMJs. They're all doing it by themselves. They don't have time. They don't care. And it shows.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid enough to care.
So
Yeah.
the production quality has gone down because the expectation of the viewer has also gone down.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And a lot of it was stemmed pre-COVID. COVID changed everything. People just wanted to watch content. They didn't care what it looked like. And we've never recovered from that mantra.
I don't think we're ever going to recover. It's
Yeah.
it's changed. It's
It's just
changed
changed.
the
And
way
because
things do.
the way content is ingested now, you don't watch local news anymore. I can't tell you the last time I turned on a local news channel here
Yep.
locally. And if I do, it's because I'm at a bar or a restaurant and I'm just making fun of it because of how bad it is.
Yeah.
But every YouTuber does jump cuts. Every YouTuber does
Yep.
a lav mic that's not dressed. Every YouTuber just does man on the street with a stick
Yep.
mic
Yep.
or a lav mic and holds it up with the wire dangling.
Yeah.
It looks terrible. It literally looks terrible from a production standpoint, but people just don't care.
This is new. This is the way journalism is now.
I also
And
think
people, and people don't care.
I also-
They will just, if they can see it and hear it, that's all they care about.
I also think too a lot of the journalism for today, it's not not necessarily what we're going to get on our television screens. It's what we're going to get on the website. It's what extra content, how we're going to drive people to our website to watch content there and get an ad, which is revenue generating. So in that 30-minute block of a newscast, let's have them watch what's going on our website.
See, this is the problem, and I'm not. I want to preface this with saying that I'm not going to get political with this, but however, this is the problem that happens. What you said, Andy, is absolutely true. You want to drive content to your website.
Yeah.
The problem is when people go to the website, people do not have the attention span to sit there and watch through 30 to 60-second ads before they get to the content.
Yeah.
Nor do they want to see half of the content interrupted by an ad and then the rest of the content.
Have you ever done that?
Instead-
You're watching a story and all of a sudden, boom, there's an ad.
Yeah, and this is why people don't go to local news anymore. They don't even go to CNN or MSNBC or Fox or whoever they go to. They go to platforms like TikTok or even X.
Yeah.
You know, and this is where people are getting their news from.
Right.
And this is the way journalism is being reshaped. It's no longer the mainstream media anymore. And I don't care what side of the political platform you're on, you hear the same rhetoric that nobody trusts the mainstream media anymore because it's all about clicks, it's all about engagement, it's all about ads. Well, it's about how can we get people to click on this link. Well, let's talk about the most crazy thing ever, just to get them to click on this link.
One of the things I've seen a lot, and I work in media, television media as well, and I understand, you know, it's got to generate revenue, right? But one of the things that it gets me angry, and I think it gets a lot of our locals angry, and I don't know if your stations do that, we're in Denver or in South Bend, but you'll have just a graphic, just what happened here, blah, 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 but they don't say anything. Or what television star just died, blah, blah. They don't give you that info. Click in the comments. Now, I don't know why. Does that generate something? Because then you have to click the story.
Clicks.
Go to the... So just
it generates time on the website.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, because my understanding is that you go to a website, it tracks how long you've been there.
Mm-hmm.
That information gets aggregated. Okay, ooh, I clicked twice. Now an ad server's going to go, ooh, they were here for 45 seconds instead of 30 seconds. Now we can serve them 2 more ads on top, and then we can charge more.
It's even more than that.
All right.
I work very closely with our marketing director at my company. Now, my company doesn't do as much as like an ad, like a TV station would. Okay,
right.
But she tells me, she's like, look, not only do we track when you go to the website, not only do we track how long you spend on the website, we can track what section of the website you're on. So if you scroll down, you want to read a certain content piece that's a little bit, like let's say 3/4 down the page, we'll track that you've been there. Then what they do is then they turn that into what ads can we place in these sections of the website. Because this section 2 out of 3, whatever, is the most visited. So now we can charge more money for advertising on that section versus the top section, which just says, welcome to the website or whatever.
So like if you're scrolling, all of a sudden, you know, little Johnny is hungry, so you got to go give little Johnny lunch, and you just leave it there. That's gonna screw up the algorithm.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Everything you do, every website, every second you spend on a website, every position of that website you're on is being tracked.
Wow.
And where you came from and where you went.
Yeah. Oh, and where you came from too. It's going to geographical,
where you came from.
Unless you're
so
VPN.
They'll know. Like if you go to, let's say, Best Buy and you're searching lavalier microphones, and then you go to Target.
Yeah.
The first ad you're going to see is for lavalier microphones.
That is why when you look for a product, you may notice when you're on the web, like just Google maybe, you might suddenly start seeing all those ads. Or if you click on something that is interesting, you're going to be fed that info, right?
And even if you're on a website, and let's say you have YouTube TV as your TV provider,
right?
What's going to happen in the middle of the NFL game? You're going to get an ad for what you were searching for on the internet.
Wait, they could feed direct ads to their customers? Really?
It's Google.
Sean's shaking his head. Yes, they can.
Yes. Yeah, of course. So anytime they go to it's just like, think about it like from a broadcast perspective, right? You used to have national breaks,
right?
You used to have local breaks. So when you did a local break, you got served local content. So instead of getting served national content or local content during those breaks, you're getting served targeted content during those breaks.
All right. Speaking of breaks, we got to take one.
Hold on.
We got to take a break. We come back. We'll get your thought with more of Tech Talk Radio. I'm Andy Taylor.
I'm Shawn DeWeerd. Here come your ad for lavalier microphones.
Yes.
And I'm Justin Lemme, and I'll be right back.
Now back to Tech Talk Radio.
I'm really enjoying listening to your show. It's really cool.
Well, thank you.
It's very, very informative. For us rookies, especially.
Are you a rookie?
I'm very much a rookie.
So before the break, we were talking about how advertising and like local TV and national TV. So let me ask you a question. Why is it that when you turn on your local TV channels, whether it be in Tucson, Arizona there, or myself here in Denver or in South Bend, Indiana, why do you see so much more local news than you would see syndicated programming? Why do you think that is?
Because syndicated programming costs money.
And when you're in local programming, you can sell your own ads.
Correct.
When it comes to syndicated or what Shawn was mentioning earlier, national has to sell their like Fox Primetime. You're talking about like Masked Singer or CBS with Survivor,
right?
Or NBC with whatever the hell they got. They're having to sell national ads, so they don't get paid for that.
Got it.
But then they might get 30 seconds on the back end. That's why you'll see all these Sky Rizzy and all these other like pharmaceutical ads.
Not Sky Rizzy. Sky Rizzy.
Sky Rizzy. No, it's Sky Rizzy. I don't care.
Sounds like a guy I used to hang out with in Las Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah. All these medical ads to make you think you have a disease you probably don't.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, they'll be like, "Hi, I'm Ed from Ed's TVs down the street," and then they go back to the They go back to the show.
So that's where they've made their money, or
that's where they made their money. So why do you think now? So, like for instance, my station that I used to work for here in Denver, Fox 31, they used to have morning news from 4:30 until 10. Now, even then, they were still local because if you look at CBS or NBC, they cut to CBS Morning. Or they cut to the NBC Today show.
Good Morning America.
Or Good Morning America on ABC. Yep, sure. At like 8 a.m. They cut to the national. So now they lose all this profit. Fox 31, they stayed local from 4:30 until 10. Now, they're staying local from 4:30 till 12.
Wow.
And because this is how they can earn money. They cut out shows like Judge Judy, and I think they were showing Jerry Springer at one point. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
But they were showing these syndicated shows because they didn't have talent to be on the air all that time. The longer you can be on air local, the more money you can make locally.
A lot of the stations I've noticed, and I was talking with Guy Atchley, who I work with here. The same thing. We've noticed a lot of young talent. There's a lot of young reporters, and they're learning. They're good, but we're seeing a lot more younger talent that is being featured through those time slots, and they're getting invaluable experience.
They truly are.
Yeah, and so I mean that's pretty good. We've had a few from Tucson that have gone off to the bigger markets, and working in New York, LA, and other towns.
I've got to say, I got two quick little things to say about this. I love being that I've worked in big markets. I've worked in television in San Diego
with Ron Burgundy, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Ron Burgundy's station. Yeah. I've also worked in television in Denver. Shawn, you've worked in television in Grand Rapids, which is a smaller market, but you also worked in San Diego with me. Now, let me ask you this, Shawn. Simple yes or no. Can you tell the difference between a large market talent and a small market talent?
Absolutely.
Really? You
100%
can?
Really? Down.
I absolutely can too, because when 100%. I go back to visit my mom or something and I see the local news there and I see these people, they look like they literally just got out of high school.
Yeah.
And they can barely speak on air. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're doing their best, but they're young, they're green, right?
Yeah.
You go to places like Los Angeles, San Diego, Denver, Chicago. These people are experienced. They know exactly, like me doing this show, Shawn doing this show, Andy, you've been a radio DJ so many years. We know how to present ourselves in our particular format.
Right.
It takes time to learn that. But yes, when you go to a small market and you watch the local news, these people, they're just like, yeah, today it's going to be like 40 degrees and we might get a little bit of snow.
That's a great weather forecast. I think we need to inject more humanity and more humor. But then again, we're talking news. Sometimes you can't be humorous. But I mean, maybe maybe I don't know if that because that's what people are getting online. You know, they watch somebody.
Well, they want quality content.
Yeah.
And they want familiar and likable people.
Right, exactly.
And I'm sorry, it's hard to like somebody who's just like literally out of college, who's doing weather, and I'm like, why am I listening to you? Why am I listening to you?
We got a guy out here that does weather, and I remember the first time I saw him on a later cast. I had not met him in person. I thought, oh my gosh, he looks like a kid. I mean, he really looked like a 15-year-old kid.
Yep.
And then I met him, the most eloquent, smart, savvy, hardworking kid I'd ever met. And he, you know what? Once I got past that and got to know him a little more, I thought this guy's really good.
No,
so
don't get me
again,
wrong. I'm not trying to discount these people. I'm not trying to say they suck. It's just they're new. They're green. They don't. It's like when I first started in radio. Like,
I remember.
It's
I was there.
96.1 KLPX, and Barry and Andy are coming on a little bit later.
Oh, I would be driving in, listening, going, "Oh boy."
Yeah. No, I mean,
No,
that's the way I was when I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but like with life comes experience. But
exactly,
you can definitely tell small market talent from big market talent.
All right. We wanted to get some listener questions in because we've had some good ones that have come in. Linda,
We've really had some good questions. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And
I want to thank.
Good. We've gotten feedback. We've had people respond to the answers to our questions. We've gotten likes on our videos that we've posted about those questions. So keep sending the questions because they've been awesome.
Exactly. And this one from Linda here in Sahuarita said, last month I listened and heard Shawn. There you go, Shawn. Mentioned he wanted a Flipper Zero. I looked it up, and now my feed is full of Flipper Zeros. Thanks, Shawn.
See? We were just talking about this.
She said, just kidding, but I want to know, are they illegal? And what is really so good about them? My son has asked for one, but really wasn't sure about this technology, and do I need to be a genius to set it up? Linda.
My God. Well, first off, how old is your son?
Yeah, she didn't say.
Yeah, if your son is
Linda didn't say how old her son was.
Linda, if your son is young and let's say, I don't know, 10 to 16 years old and wants a Flipper Zero, they're probably going to be doing some illegal stuff with it.
Really? Okay. All right.
Oh, right. So the Flipper Zero is basically a hardware hacking tool, right? It will replicate Wi-Fi signals. It'll capture RFID tags, NFC, like all this stuff.
It can control bar TVs with like
It's got an IRD transmitter in it.
Yeah.
It can be programmed for all sorts of stuff. You can get add-ons for it. It's not something you want to give children.
Okay.
Let me put it this way. The Flipper Zero is an amazing device, period.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a great learning tool for cybersecurity. It's a great tool to learn just technology in general. However, with that being said, with great power comes great responsibility.
Oh boy!
And so you want to know the one thing I was going to do with it? If I got it?
What?
Is replicate all of the amiibos for the Nintendo.
Yep.
Oh, you could do that.
Then you can just pull them up and set it out on your
thousands
Switch.
of dollars of amiibos.
Right.
So you can just scan the amiibos.
Okay.
It stores it, and then you can put it on your Switch, and it'll recall the amiibo. You can store RFID.
First off, people don't understand what the heck you're talking about.
Yeah, I have no idea what an amiibo is.
These are little RFID figurines that you can buy that will, if you play the game that the character is represented inside of the game, it'll give you like an extra feature or a new clothing set or just a new power or whatever you want in the game.
Okay.
What Shawn's talking about is basically taking thousands of dollars worth of amiibos, which you can buy at GameStop and Amazon and things, and just replicating them on a single device. So whenever he wants to use them, he can just whip out the flipper and scan the, quote unquote amiibo and get the benefits of that amiibo without actually having to pay for it.
Right.
So again, illegal content.
Okay. Now I know I've seen people say you could control like gate arms, but does that mean you could get out without paying a toll? Is that what they're talking about?
Oh, okay.
You can unlock cars.
Yeah.
Yes, there are. Just spend some time on the internet. You can look it up yourselves. But there are plenty of legal things you can do with them.
Right.
There are plenty of gray area things you can do with them, and there are plenty of illegal things you can do with
So
them.
basically, a computer.
But
It's more for RFID.
I'm saying
NFC.
there's plenty of legal things you can do with a computer.
Yes.
There's plenty of gray things you can do with a computer.
Correct.
And there's
Okay.
plenty of illegal things you can do with a computer.
all right, if somebody last night, as a matter of fact, I was checking my camera before I went to bed over the driveway, and I thought, is that the cat again? A black cat comes by, right? And I saw it walking instead of heading into our
You can
bushes.
zap it with a Flipper Zero.
No, you don't want to zap a cat, but it walked. It walked to the end of the sidewalk, and I thought, oh, let me see on the doorbell camera. And I looked, and it was a poor little mangy dog. Like, I thought it was a cat. It was so skinny, and it was a dog. If this dog would have had a microchip, I could use the Flipper Zero to read it and figure out who it belonged to, right?
Well, no, it would just give you the microchip data.
Oh, okay, all
but
right.
it won't
all right.
tell you it belongs to
it
John
would give you
Smith.
the data. It would read it. Yeah, it would give you a readout of here's the information on the RFID, and then you can use that to.
It depends on what type of tag, because my cats had tags that literally just read out an RFID chip number.
Right.
That number meant nothing to anybody unless you took it to a vet. The vet could access a database. Now, there are other chips out there that would act as like an actual name tag. So if you scan the chip, it'll say it belongs to Andy Taylor at such and such address.
Right, right.
But normally the chips just read out a number.
Is it worth it? So obviously for Linda, it sounds like if her son is wanting it, we don't know how old her son is. I mean, yeah, maybe not.
I would say not.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
No. Let them become an adult and let them do that yourself. Because I'm sorry, Linda, liability.
Yeah.
Okay?
Exactly.
Let them become an adult. Be careful of what you do with the Flipper Zero. Let them know the dangers of it. Let them know that this thing is a very dangerous tool if used in the improper ways. And then absolve yourself of that liability by letting them become an adult and doing what they want.
Which,
do
if
not
you
buy
think,
your child
if you think about
a
it,
Flipper Zero.
it's the same thing we do with our kids on the internet, right? I mean, you don't just put a 7-year-old or 8-year-old in front of a computer and say, "Here, go ahead, go online, have fun."
Wait,
I mean,
what? You're not supposed to do that?
That's how it worked for me. It took 2 hours
did
to load a
that.
website.
The internet was a little different back then, Sean. Yeah, and it took you
Sure was.
an hour to load up a website.
I let my son on the internet, but at least I watch him. I watch everything that he does on the internet.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
with a Flipper Zero, you can't do that.
All right, I got a joke for you guys before we go to break. I wanted to share with you. I was so confused last night as my printer started playing music. The paper was jamming.
No, I got a better one. What do you call a rooster staring at a piece of lettuce?
What do you call a rooster staring at a piece of lettuce? What is it?
A chicken sees a salad. We'll be right back.
And now, back to Tech Talk Radio.
So I didn't get to tell a joke because Justin just ended it on a mic drop.
Oh.
That was a good joke.
So did you know that dogs can't do MRIs, but cats can?
Oh, my God.
Okay, dad jokes.
That was actually pretty good.
And here's my all-time favorite joke that Caitlin told me.
All right.
Why are there Pop-Tarts, but no Mom-Tarts?
Why are there Pop-Tarts but no Mom-Tarts? Why?
You know, I went on a walk yesterday.
Yeah.
And my wife asked me, she's like, "How long you be gone?" I said, "The whole time."
Wait, I want to know why there are no Mom-Tarts.
So the joke is, why are there Pop-Tarts but no Mom-Tarts?
Right.
And the answer is, because of the patriarchy.
Oh, my God.
My Lord. Okay. That's hard. All right, some of the funniest
I shouldn't
things.
let that one land. I didn't let that one land, Sean.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
My fault.
Some of the funniest things about CES were the ideas that happen, and they put stuff out, and they say people are going to love this, and then people just go, "Are you kidding me?" One of those that I wanted to mention, and you can find it now. It's a non-reusable lollipop that plays music through vibrations in your jaw. It's called the Lollipop Star from Lavatech and the Amos Tasty Sounds Audio Lollipops. They use bone conduction to send music vibrations through your teeth. Oh, that's just great. All my crowns are going to break. And jaw directly to your inner ear. I've used the bone conduction headphones from Mojave, which are great. They're $9 for a lollipop. But if you want to have a song play while you're having your lollipop, there you go.
Yeah, I don't want to spend $9 to have that and have to spend $150 to get my crown replaced.
And you get a dum-dum for what, 25 cents?
Yeah.
Or by tuning into me?
I know we're talking about CES, but I want to mention last week we took my son to Great Wolf Lodge.
Okay. Oh, I want to check that place out. That one in Phoenix.
It's a good place. It definitely is more like family friendly. I would highly recommend you take your grandchildren over there. But it's definitely family friendly. But we went to the bar area, and I was sitting down and I was looking at the bartender, and he was wearing these pair of glasses that just looked a little bit different. And I asked him, I said, "Are you wearing the Meta?"
Yeah.
The Meta glasses, Meta Ray-Bans? And he's like, "Yeah, actually I am." And so I asked him about that. And he goes, "Well, these are the first edition. So they don't do like the, what do you call it?
Yeah, there's
the on-screen display, like in your lens.
The HUD.
Yeah.
The HUD. Yeah, they don't do the HUD. Yeah, they don't do the HUD. But he's like, they do offer, obviously, recording. If I press the button, it'll start recording. And then he did that, and all of a sudden the light turned on, and I'm like, oh, you're recording me. And then he's like, also, the best part about it is listening to music. He goes, one of the company policies here was that we're not allowed to wear earbuds.
Right.
So he's like, I just bought the Meta Ray-Bans, and I can listen to music, and they don't even know because they think I'm just wearing glasses. And I'm like, no way. Let me see that. And he's like, I'll let you wear them. So he wiped them off for me, gave them to me, and I put them on, and I swear to God, it sounded like I had earbuds in.
Isn't that crazy?
Even though it was just simply bone conduction from the ear arm, I guess you could say, of the glasses going behind my ear bone. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know.
The Majawas were like that, but they were a little tinny, I thought.
This sounded great. This
Really?
sounded great. And he said these were only like $3.99.
Right.
The new Meta Ray-Bans, the ones that with the HUD that Shawn mentioned, those are like $8.99. And they come with a little wrist thing where you can do like wrist movements, and then it will like make the screen change or whatever. I don't know. But I got to say, just listening for a couple minutes with the original Meta Ray-Bans, the sound quality was actually really good.
Did it make you want to get one?
No, not quite.
There's so many privacy things with those, though. I mean, isn't
I gotta
there?
say though, but well, yeah, because he's like, well, the whole recording thing. He's like, people sell these stickers that you can put over the lens, or not the lens, but the light that shows up. But the thing is Meta has actually they have an IR sensor inside of the light itself, or some sort of a sensor that determines if you're blocking the light, it won't allow you to record.
Ah, okay.
So all these people that are selling these things like, hey, buy these stickers to block the light so people don't know you're recording, it doesn't work.
Right,
because Meta blocks you from doing that. So, but I do like that. I do like the ability, like if I'm out on the street or whatever, and I need to record something quickly, I don't necessarily have the time to grab my phone, and yes, I get it. Okay, double tap the power button to bring up the camera.
Yeah,
I get it. Okay, but to be able to just tap your glasses once,
right,
and then being able to look at whatever you're looking at is being recorded, that's kind of cool.
I know somebody that is using it as a replacement for a dash cam, which,
really?
Dash cams are great,
I guess,
but when he goes for a drive, if it's during the day, he'll just pop the Metas in, and that becomes his dash cam. And I guess that works pretty good. I don't know. I would anticipate that we're going to see more of that technology. They're going to make it better battery life. I know that the newest Metas, you get a longer battery life with them. So, that works out pretty good. Here's a couple of silly ideas, though, at CES. Samsung has part of its update to the Family Hub where there's no handles on this refrigerator. So now, using, Bixby.
Oh.
Remember Bixby?
No, I don't remember Bixby because Bixby sucks.
Bixby was just, oof. You could tell it opened the door or shut the fridge door. I could see it telling me that I shouldn't be eating anymore and not opening it for me.
Andy, it is 10 p.m. You do not need any more queso.
I want the leftover pizza, though. Please, Bixby.
No.
The other one is coffee makers that are now voice enabled. I see a benefit in this one. When you don't want to get up, walk to the fridge, push the brew button. Now you could just be laying in bed saying, brew me a coffee.
Okay, coffee on its way.
If it sounds like that, I don't need the coffee. And then this is the most ridiculous one. And apparently they're working on it, not available yet. The AI robotic barber.
Okay, no. Actually not. Nope.
I mean, what could go wrong? You have a robot cutting your hair.
Sweeney Todd.
Imagine if the AI barber got a razor shave license.
Oh boy, you're not
I think the weirdest one I saw though was it's called Throne.
Throne. Oh no, what is it?
A toilet-mounted computer that uses cameras and microphones to analyze your bowel movements.
No, are you kidding me?
Which is a sentence
Wait,
I didn't
hold on.
expect
One more
to
time.
hear.
One more time. Say that one more time, please.
A toilet-mounted computer that uses cameras and microphones to analyze your bowel movements.
Oh my
gosh.
Designed to establish a personal baseline for your bathroom habits.
You can't get more personal than that.
But you just talked about, you're going to see more technology, cameras everywhere and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Oh, boy.
You need to stop eating Taco Bell.
Yes.
You're having too much fun with that.
But,
All right.
I mean, outside of the weird stuff, right? It's just there was AI in just about everything at CES.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, they were having what was it? Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA.
All right.
Went on stage for like a keynote, and he said the word AI like 25 times in like 5 minutes.
Oh wow.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like enough with the AI. I mean, honestly, people don't realize this, but like when you're talking about AI, you're thinking, oh, cool. This is this really cool assistant where I can just ask a question and blah, blah, blah. You don't realize the footprint of the data center that has to power this AI.
Yeah.
These things take up like hundreds of acres. We'll obviously get smarter as humans going
Well, that
around.
was
But right
AMD,
now,
yeah.
this is just, it's not energy efficient. Like if you, Alexa, give me a recipe for, chicken cacciatore.
Well, that's good.
Okay, fine, sure. You got a recipe for chicken cacciatore, but you realize that you've just taken up about the amount of power it would take to power a small African village for 6 weeks.
I don't know if it's that. Just for asking about cacciatore? I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
regardless if you're using AI or not, the data's getting like the power's on at those data centers.
Yeah,
and
true.
We have one that's potentially coming down the road from us here in Indiana.
Right.
Well, the power's on, but it's not being pulled. When
Correct.
these GPUs get used and they're being processing a request from a user, they're going to be taking more power.
Right.
The more requests that come in, the more power has to be drawn.
Got it. All right. Here's one from Larry. Listener question. Larry in Tucson said, wondering if you guys, very quick, to the point, wondering if you guys had checked out this game, Stardew Valley.
Oh.
I know nothing about it. I said I will ask the guys because I know nothing about it.
Shawn, you played that, right?
This is one of those. Hold on.
Well,
this is one of those games that I've bought.
You bought it. Wow.
I did, but I refuse to play it because I know I will 100% get sucked in, and it'll be everything I want to do for the next.
Thank you.
Oh, so it's an addictive, fun. Is it fun game?
It's I've heard nothing but great things. It falls in line with some games I loved growing up, Harvest Moon 64, for example. Yep. And I know, just the way I am, I would spend a ridiculous amount of time that I don't have in playing this game. So
Shawn,
I own it, and at some point I will play it, but not right now because I don't have time.
Okay, Shawn, do you understand that the basis of Stardew Valley was, okay, first off, the game was made by one guy. It was made by one person, and it continues to this day to be made by one person. This person created that game out of frustration for Harvest Moon,
Correct.
not coming out with a new game.
Correct.
He wanted the new Harvest Moon, and they would not release it. So he said, fine, I'm going to make my own game based on Harvest Moon.
Yep.
But with an extra story. So yes, this game was created by one person. Shawn is correct. This game is so addicting. I've put about 100 hours into the game.
Wow.
My mom, however, I introduced her to that game. This game was the reason my mom bought a Steam Deck. Because she didn't have a PC or a console.
Right.
She bought a Steam Deck for this game. My mom has put over 700 hours into Stardew Valley.
All right, Stardew Valley. Our listeners can want to look it up. One joke before we go to a break. Are you ready? Why did the computer go to the dentist?
Because the tooth hurt?
Which kind of tooth?
I don't know.
Because it took a microbite?
No, to get his Bluetooth checked.
Oh,
we'll be right back. I'm Andy Taylor.
I'm Shawn DeWeerd.
And I'm Justin Lemme. I have plenty more better jokes than that, but we'll be right back.
And now, back to Tech Talk Radio.
We've been telling jokes this whole time.
Really bad one, too.
Here's another one of my favorites.
All right.
Out of all of the Knights of the Round Table, who is the least recognized?
I don't know.
Circumference.
Oh, my God.
Okay, you know what? I'm done. Good night, guys.
All right, wait. Do you guys get ridiculous text messages?
Yeah,
all right.
all the time.
Everybody does.
And how do you handle it? All right. Well, I got one today. It says, hello, Andy Taylor. And there was no space between hello. So obviously,
I thought that was just a typo in the notes.
No, that was the way you're looking at it. I put it in the notes. It says, Happy New Year. Are you still at Tucson of America?
What the heck is Tucson of America?
Exactly. Maybe we should get together sometime. And the thing is, I have friends that are always so proud that they were able to interact with these obviously spams. And they say, how do I treating a scammer and a spammer? However, this is not a good idea. You get these texts, don't reply to it, even to say stop. Replying means that that's a real number. They don't know. It just goes out. Obviously, they have info they've got on a database somewhere. Do not click any links. Definitely don't do that. And do not provide any personal info such as address, financial details, social media handles, and do block the sender's number immediately. You can call it spam. All right, just
totally
something to think about.
Obviously, my Pixel phone handles most of my spam for me, so I don't even have to see it.
Yeah,
and that's what I love about Pixel phones.
Yeah,
they're so good at screening calls. They're so good at screening spam.
Right.
I hardly
usually mine comes up that says possible spam.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, possible spam. But mine, I've got mine set a little bit higher, where it obviously, if it says possible spam, it just automatically denies it. Now, I have gotten legitimate phone calls that have gone straight to spam from people at my office, and they finally get a hold of me a different way, and they're like, every time I call you, it goes straight to voicemail, and I'm like, yeah, well, because your number's coming up as spam. And he's like, yeah, I bought this phone, and the number used to belong to some
never thought about
flower company or whatever that went out of business, or something like that. And I'm like, well, it's not my fault. Go. Like, I can't help that.
All right, I found a website, flashmuseum.org. Be careful of the websites you visit when you see those videos online on Facebook. Here's a website you ought to know about. But I did check this one out. Games you can play online. One of the games I played was Tuper Tros. It's basically Super Mario Brothers. But again, all Flash games. But again, careful of these websites.
What was it again?
Flashmuseum.org. And
this is my childhood.
Right there, right? All right.
So many games on here that
they got Jack Smith.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many games on here that I used to play, Flash games. Oh my God. I know what I'm doing for the rest of the night now.
Oh, great. All right, that's it for this week's Tech Talk Radio. While Sean goes off and plays game, Justin looks for new jokes. And we'll have more of Tech Talk Radio next week. I'm Andy Taylor.
I'm Shawn DeWeerd.
And I'm Justin Lemme. Find us on the web at techtalkradio.com. Have yourselves a great week. We'll see you.